Alright, so welcome back, guys. So, anyways, I didn't really tell you what I was doing here in the first place. We we damn near finished the fucking map. I'll be fucking yapping on about my Jeep. Anyways, yeah, we're back at S19's Lost. I enjoyed it so much last time that I want to come back. We'll probably finish it at the rate we're going. This fucking Jeep's doing, a Wrangler's doing fantastic. I think I called it Rubicon last time. That's sorry. Anyways, yeah. So let's get back at it. So my Jeep around. Before I freaking I changed out the ignition actuator pin. It's like a kingpin pin, some shit like that. If you guys know what it is, then you fucking know what it is. You know if I'm wrong or right. I know I'm right about what was wrong with it, not about what it's called. Anyways, let's see. I went for a ride back at that little field, little fishing hole at the beginning of the story where we all go fishing and shit, and then take our trucks and tear up the field. When I bought it, he had just replaced the battery and the tires. They had stock rims, stock 98, a utility, a Cherokee, a utility sport. So they're not really much. I had sanded it all down, freaking. I was gonna. Well, I painted it first. I painted it like a desert tan, like a military desert tan, and it looked good. It looked really good. But for some reason, I wanted something different, and I was able to do that. So I was gonna do it. So that's what I did. So you guys know that those chocolates that they're chocolates. You got all kinds of fucking chocolates. Uh, with the cherry inside of them. Anyways, at the end, my little painting adventure, I went with it. That's what it fucking looked like. I'm not sure what the fuck that was called, but I used to see them all the time. Anyways, yeah, it fucking looked like one of those, and or like a fucking Reese's Pieces, and then fucking not strawberry, a fucking cherry on top, and that's what it ended up looking like. So so again, sanded down a little bit of it, and I decided, I was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna paint it again. I'm gonna just wrap it, right? Yeah, well, at least that's what I thought. I was like, so I put stickers and shit on windows and on cars and shit, you know. Helped out with that, and I was like, all right, this might be easy. This might be doable. So I bought the little fucking wraps. Well, at first I didn't know it was gonna be little square fucking pieces of wrap. It's like add fucking stickers to your Jeep and turn it a different color, you know. And that's what it was. It was a wrap, and that's what I ended up doing. So I got both the sides done, and the front done. It ended up being an urban camouflage. So it was like this, but more urban. So it's like it's more army, or like an older army. Uh, I had the urban uh, camouflage, and then you know how the Cherokees had the side skirt was a different color. That part of it, I had like a carbon fiber black. It was of course wrap, and I had the a bull bar. It was a huge ass fucking bull bar. It was bigger than this, longer than this too. It was awesome. I fucking loved it. Uh, yeah, that came with it. Uh, I mean, obviously the guy before me, he had plans with it, but got fucking tired of fucking with it. He couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. When I was talking to him, he thought it was the battery. He swore up and down that it was the battery, and it sounded a little weird to me. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll buy it, and I'll figure out what's wrong with it. So I kind of figured out what was wrong with it, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got farther than this last time, but I'm not 100% sure if we actually finished it. Anyways, so back to the story. After I wrapped it, so I went and drove around in that little spot for a little while. I was driving around, and it was a stock hype Jeep, you know, not very high, it's just stock, and it's fucking two-wheel drive. Anyways, I hit this tiny little hole. It wasn't even a hole. It was just where some little tiny ruts someone made, you know. And anyways, I decided like, all right, this shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, I did it. I hit it, and it stopped. Like the entire Jeep just fucking stopped moving. Fucking tires were still spinning and everything. It just stopped moving. So what happened was, I bottomed out. So don't roll it. Yeah, I fucking bottomed out, and it sucked. So it wasn't lifted, it wasn't anything. Bottomed out, and I was there for, I don't know, for 2 hours trying to get that so much out. I was under it, digging. I was head to toe in fucking mud. I might have made that shit worse. Damn, that was a nice save. Almost done a fucking cartwheel. Anyways, yeah, I was there fucking digging and digging. I didn't have the shovel with me, so all I had on me was a pocket knife. It's my little fishing knife I had on me. So I was under there fucking digging, and yeah, just fucking digging and digging. I it started to move a little bit. It would move, but it it it, it was only two-wheel drive. There's not much I could do with it, you know. So where am I at? Yeah, this way. So jumping a little bit. Yeah. So it was moving a little bit. The two on the rear wheels went spinning at the same time, so that wasn't helping. And anyways, I was there for hours by myself. Nobody had to come. I mean, it was a couple minutes out of the way just to go down there. You know, you'd be lucky if someone went down there. But after a few hours, someone did come down there. Thank fucking God, you know. Anyways, he just happened to have a tow strap with him. I mean, his shit was only a two-wheel drive, but all I needed him to do was fucking pulled me out backwards, you know, and he was actually able to do that. We got it so much out. So after that day, I fucking took it home, cleaned it up a little bit, and after cleaning up a little bit, I got on to try and figure out what was the best kind of lift kit to get, just to raise it a little bit. But after finding out the only kind of lift you can get for a Cherokee is a suspension lift, because the body and the frame and shit, it acts as one. It is one thing, so you can't have like a freaking body lift for it, you know. You only have a suspension lift. So I was like, all right, so I get the fact that it was only 2-wheel drive, but honestly, the way I look at it, I paid for the fucking thing. If I want it lifted, I'll fucking lift it, you know. If you got a problem with that, you could fuck off. You have your opinions, I have mine. So I was like, all right, so I'll lift it a little bit. I mean, I get the fact it's 2-wheel drive. Don't fucking lift it. Fucking 12-inch lift on it, you know, or even a 6. So what I did was I decided I'd go ahead and lift it, but in the future I'd put some bigger wheels and tires on it, you know. All right, go ahead and do that. So I bought a 2.5 inch lift. I think it was 2.5 inches for the front and 2 inches for the back, because the front you always get higher. The front, because the engine it's heavy and it's gonna weigh it down. So I bought the lift. It was a rough country lift. Bought it, and when I told everybody, I told my fucking parents and everything, they were like, good fucking luck, man. You barely got the fucking tools. Yeah. Matter of fact, all I had was some plastic clamps and a socket set, you know, and a typical jack. And this is a nice. That's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, I had fucking jack. I had. My dad had a couple of jack stands for his truck. And yeah, everybody was like, nah, doubt me and shit. I was like, it can't be too easy. I mean, too hard, right? So I figured, why not? It'd be a project just to fuck with, you know. Everybody in the house was fucking leaving, freaking going out of town. I was like, fuck it, I'll work and I'll fuck with this, with the lift. All right. So everybody left, and the lift kit came in. See what a lift kit was? It was the front shocks and front springs, and then it was the rear shocks and the rear was it leaf springs. And I think my only problem I ended up having was from one of the previous owners ended up welding the rear freaking, was it the shock knuckle, come back there, the bottom and the top was freaking welded. He had a tack welded that shit together. That was the only real problem I had. I mean, from the front suspension, from front shocks, front springs, that was your typical shit. I changed out freaking shocks and springs before, you know. I've done it on cars. Lowering springs, lower them bitches, you know. But never a lift kit though. So I went ahead and done the front first because it's okay to have a lit the front end and stock height freaking back end. That's not really a big deal. You can still drive and everything. Everything's semi safe. Oh shit, got knocked back. Uh, yeah, went ahead and done the front first. Everything was easy. Went ahead and done it. Uh, then I got to the back. The only thing that actual I had to read up on it on how to do how to safely take off the was it the leaf springs? So I didn't want the freaking flex back and freaking knock the shit out of me. I think that's it. Uh, what's down here? We got a little trail right here. We'll take it. Anyways, yeah, I didn't want the leaf springs to freaking snap back at me. So what I did was I took the plastic from wood clamps. They're you can get them at Lowe's. They're fucking blue and yellow. They're for clamping wood together after you glue them or some shit like that. So I ended up using those, and those worked fantastically. And didn't have a problem with them. Only needed two freaking clamp on both each ends down. Didn't have a problem with them. Take them off, and I ended up taking the clamps off, and they didn't snap back, which was good, cool, And yeah, so my only problems were the the, the shocks, because they were welded in, and then my other problem was the the the, the nut that the bottom of the shock goes onto. The the nut was already fucking factory fucking welded on there, right? But it had snapped. Yeah, that's a problem. It snapped, and there wasn't enough room to weld on another one, another piece of it. So I ended up having to. I went and bought a grinder, little angle grinder, and grinded it so much off, and ended up having to drill a hole through the back of that knuckle. Went straight through the knuckle. I know it's pretty stupid to do, but I did from driving around a little while with without the shocks, with just the leaf springs, and that shit was sketchy. Every bump I hit, freaking rear end would fucking bounce up in the air, you know. So think about trying to take a turn on a bumpy road, and your fucking rear end just bounce up and whips out. That shit's sketchy, man. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it. So I went to a hardware store, bought a couple different sizes of uh bolts and nuts and some washers. Went ahead and done that. I ended up getting through it, and I was able to put on a new bolt. It was a good sized bolt, and it held on there good, nice and tight, didn't move, and I was happy with that. But the top part where where you had the a top part of the spring freaking so a top part of the spring screws on up there was freaking tack welded to the frame, you know, and there wasn't enough room to get my freaking angle grinder up in there. So it was a tight space. It really was super tight space. So I had to go up and buy a fucking torch. And at the end of the day, the torch I bought was the wrong fucking torch. The torch I basically bought was for fucking lighting fires and shit for some fucking stupid ass reason. All right, so I got all of that worked out. I bought some little adapters for it. I got it all fixed up. It wasn't pretty when I fucking did it, so I had the basically a 2-inch fucking lift kit on there, which it really didn't make a difference, you know, on how high it actually was. I didn't do it for the lift itself. I did it to put fucking bigger wheels on there, you know, for a different fucking look. Anyways, guys, that's it. Maybe I'll have another story for y'all. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the long videos, but we did get to finish the fucking map, which was the last time I finished the fucking map, you know. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah. Thanks for watching. You can get all these mods from Steam. In case you guys want to know that. Alright, yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys next time.